Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time joining, welcome, and please don't leave without subscribing, and thank you so much in advance. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support. If you don't only know how much me love you, I love you guys. Thank you for always supporting. So on today's episode, I'm gonna be showing you how to properly prepare a breadfruit. I have a nice breadfruit here that I've already washed and pat dry with paper towel. Usually in Jamaica, what we would do, we would roast the breadfruit on charcoal, wood fire, or even the stove top. But today I'm gonna be baking it because I don't have charcoal and I don't have wood fire and I don't want to do it on my stove top. So I'm gonna be baking it today. Now the first step in baking the breadfruit is to put an X at the bottom. And you put an X at the bottom because you want the heat or the steam to penetrate the breadfruit to make sure that the inside is properly cooked. And whatever you do to the bottom of the breadfruit is what we're gonna do to the top of the breadfruit. So first, let's make the X at the bottom of the breadfruit. And make sure that when you stick your knife in, it goes at least halfway down the breadfruit. So that's the first part. And then we're gonna be making another way down into the breadfruit. And you go right down into the middle. All right. So that's the first X. Next, we're gonna be doing the same thing at the top. Some people take the stem out. It's hard for me, so I'm not gonna take the stem out. I'm just gonna stick the knife all the way in. Remove it. And then stick it again on the other side. So it makes an X in the stem, through the stem. You won't be able to see it because the stem is still there, but it's there. And like I said, it will penetrate the heat. The heat will penetrate the breadfruit and make sure that it's properly cooked on the inside. So now that we've completed step 1, now step 2, I'm gonna be placing the breadfruit inside a cook and carry tray. Then I'm gonna put it inside the oven. I've already preheated my oven at 400 degrees. And I'm gonna leave the breadfruit in there for an hour so that it will properly bake. All right, so the breadfruit is done. And there are 2 ways to know if your breadfruit is done. First is if the X is open like this one, and the next way to check is if you stick your knife and it goes through it easily, then you know that your breadfruit is done. So I've checked and it's done, so I'm gonna leave the breadfruit to cool and then we will start the frying process. So the breadfruit is fully cool, so now I'm going to be peeling and slicing it. And this is what it looks like. We have to take the heart out first, this part. And then I'm gonna be peeling it. And when I'm peeling it, when I'm slicing, I'm gonna slice it for it to be about 1/2 inch thick. I don't want it too thick. So the thickness will be like this. Now it's time to fry the breadfruit. I have a clean saucepan on the stove. My flame is at medium, so I'm going to be adding some canola oil. not much. Point of information though, guys, you don't have to fry the breadfruit if you don't want to. It can be eaten just like this. I'm gonna let that fry until it's golden brown, then I turn them over and fry the other side. Okay, so I'm all done frying the breadfruit, and while they're hot, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on them. And that's it. So I'm also preparing a can of mackerel to go with the fried breadfruit. And this is the brand that I'm using today. So I've already opened the can, removed the bones from the mackerel, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm gonna be putting about half a teaspoon coconut oil into my pot. I'm putting my flame on medium. I'm gonna wait until the oil melts, and then I'm gonna be adding some natural seasoning to it. So the natural seasonings are some tomato, onion, bell pepper, mixed bell pepper, green, red, and yellow or orange, I'm colorblind, I don't know, some minced garlic, and a piece of scotch bonnet. Have to be careful with the scotch bonnet because it's really hot, but I cannot eat mackerel without scotch bonnet, so yes. So first the scotch bonnet, then the minced garlic, and the tomato, the onion, and the mixed bell peppers. I'm gonna stir. And I will let this saute for about a minute or so, and then I will add the mackerel to it. Okay, now it's time to add the canned mackerel. And to that, I'm going to be adding a little bit of black pepper. I'll stir, and then I'm gonna close it and let it simmer for about a minute. It will be done, then I'll plate it and let you see what I'm talking about. And there you have it, guys, roasted and fried breadfruit with a side of canned mackerel and avocado, or pear as we Jamaicans call it. You can also have it with callaloo and saltfish, ackee and saltfish, or any protein of your choice. My ackee and saltfish video is out, so I'll be putting the link in the description down below. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.